like to thank the grace of heaven, the virtues of the masters and mercy of grand predecessor, transmitters, temple masters, and lecturers to give me this opportunity to lead this class on Buddha nature. But rather than me talking and straight and lecturing and we and doing serious analysis, I don't think because of the different levels of the members in this class, it's probably not helpful. Okay, not that helpful. Because we have an afternoon session where we do more deeper and more serious analytical analysis. Okay, on Buddha nature. Okay, on particular aspects of Buddha nature. So or particular themes or questions. So rather introduce or terms, terminology that we come across fairly often in when we are quote unquote studying the Buddha nature, class. And also you should have questions. I encourage you to ask questions because that's really the only way to learn. Right? I mean, it's that's called active learning, right? Not passive learning. So, and you get more out of active learning than passive learning. Okay? So I encourage you to ask questions, and we should have terms. And we have a so far, it's only one person's input. Nobody else decided to contribute. So, we have that thing on the screen right now, right? The list of glossary of terms that we use, fairly often in the Buddha nature class. That in the course of learning Buddha nature or learning about Buddha nature, learning about Buddha nature, you're going to come across a lot of these phrases. And also when you read all the sutras, okay, never mind Sixth Platform Sutra. I mean, that's just part of it. Lecture Liu's class. You're going to come across a lot of these terminologies, so you have to understand. Now, there's a caveat to this list. Okay, the terminology here I presented are, you can say standard, quote unquote, right, or you can say basic definitions, 基本的, okay. There's more in depth beyond it, and that's what the Buddha nature, what we call quote unquote learning about Buddha nature is about. Okay. Like we talk about the let's see the three let's see, I'm trying to think which one is the let's see, I'm just going to look at the list here, like the I don't go to four propositions, that's too deep. The four noble truths, okay, the four great vows, the four what else? The four foundations, the four immeasurable minds, the five the five cardinal sins, all that. Yeah. 应该有 right? Don't we make a copy? I thought some people got earlier in class. Well, mine is I wrote on mine, but yeah, you can print it out here. Yeah, is that the latest updated one? Is that the latest updated card? I mean, I sent it to you. Didn't I send it to you?
It's different from the old one.
Yeah. The old ones, it gets updated. Okay, every time. Wow, that's a lot. 15 copies. But anyway, but just caveat. You know what a caveat means? Caveat means awareness, right? Or some kind of qualification or condition, okay? These are just standard definitions. Standard, okay? Basic. But there's more in depth, like I just say. What's the, Four Noble Truths? There's more in depth. Four Noble Truths, 表面上是圣地, yeah. But then there's more beyond that, yeah. That's the Buddha nature aspect. You get it? Okay? So the 四弘愿, same thing. 你知道吗? 四弘愿, right? So if you read the 3 weeks ago, I talked about it. The Platform Sutra, 六祖坛经, chapter 8, sorry. No, chapter 6. on 忏悔 chapter 6, page 46. Six patriarchs talk about what's the deeper meaning behind the 四宏愿，你知道吗？四宏愿. When I say deeper meaning, in this case, in this respect, it's really the 内部 because a lot of times what we say here, explain here, it's all external. Why? 表面, it's all form. Not form. It's all appearance. It's all external. 就是外向。四宏愿是外向啊，你要度众生啊，等等等等，那都是外向。That's all external. But there's an internal component, and that's the Buddha nature part. Get it? Why? Because why do we say that's the Buddha nature? Because everybody has that. Everybody has the Buddha nature. Get it? Okay? So 四无量心, same thing. 四无量心, the four immeasurable minds, it's all external. It's external. It's 表面嘛, it's 表面的. There's an internal too. That's the Buddha nature. Get it? And they're connected too. 四无量心, 四宏愿, 四圣谛, they're all connected. Because 表面上, externally, we say they're separate. Yeah, in this case, they're separate. They're right. The four noble truths, the four great vows, the four immeasurable minds, they're separate. Right? External, 表面上. But internally, they're all the same. They're all connected. So understand? That's the Buddha nature. That's understand Buddha nature. That's getting close to our Buddha nature. Okay? Or that's from the Buddha nature perspective. 角度. The Buddha nature view. You can say that the Buddha mind view. Okay? That's what Buddha nature really is all about. Because right now, when we're talking, you're listening to me. So there's me and you. Yeah? Yeah? 对待, right? 能所, right? Subject, object. There's the subject, the speaker, and there's a listener. Huh? That's external. That's all external. That's all form. That's all false. It's really, the highest level, Buddha nature is mind to mind. It's really one mind. Not my mind, your mind. It's all one mind. All Buddha nature. Get it? That's really the highest level. Okay? That's what Buddha nature is all about. Okay? It's inseparable. Okay? You are at one. We say one. Now, I don't mean single one. I don't mean the number one. The one means you are at one with the universe, with the cosmos, with space and time. Space and time. So that's what we say in the moment. Everything's in the moment. 当下. Everything's 当下. There's no longer past, present, and future. Everything is merged. You get it? It's one. It's like collapse. It's one. There's no separation, in other words. And there's no separation between me and you. 能所. Get it? That's the highest level. That's really what the Buddha nature is all about. So we want to try to get everything from that. Because we are that. We really were. We were. I have to use time again. Time. We're bound by time. Right now. Right? Because right now I'm speaking. Right? We're bound by time. Okay. But Buddha is not bound by time. So that's why it's very amazing. So that's why, Buddha disciples, Mahakasyapa, right? Mu Jianlian. No. Magalliana, Mu Jianlian, Magalliana, right? Magalliana. He wants to test Buddha's Dharma. He wants to know, right now I can listen to Buddha's teaching, but I wonder if other beings, celestial beings, or in other worlds, in other parts of the cosmos, can also hear the teachings. So he traveled. He went. He has that power, right? He has that supernatural power, right? He has psychic power. It's the part of the six supernatural powers. 六神通 or 神主, yeah, 神通, 六神通, right? The number 4, I think number 4, whatever, it doesn't matter. So he traveled very far. He came to this world. You know how he was no longer a human. You know what he became? That world is special. It's different. They're giants. They're all giants. He was like an insect. He became like a tiny insect. So he landed on one of those sentient beings there, giant. And the giants thought, oh, it's an insect. I want to kill the insect. But then there was a Buddha there too. There's another Buddha. Buddha's everywhere, okay? But the Buddha says, no, don't do that. That's another being from another world. So the Buddha talked to Magalliana, the insect, say, oh, why do you come here? Why you come here? Oh, I come here because I want to test. I want to see if I could still hear Ruraifu are Siddhartha's teachings on way another universe on Earth. He goes, I can still hear. And so the Buddha say, because a Buddha is everywhere. See, you get it? Buddha's everywhere. So that's why their words transcend space and time. Right? Okay, space and time. So anyway, so that's the story. But yeah, even today. So that's why if you want to say, that's why, yeah, they say, some scientists, they say, multi-universe, parallel universe, they talk about that. Yeah, today, if you want to listen to Buddha's lecture or anybody's lecture, all the Buddha, you can still hear them today. Because it's just 当下. You get it? There's no space and time for them. For them at that level. So we can become that too. I know it's very abstract. Most people say, oh, you're crazy. Well, it's very, it's that marvelous. It's very 很妙, very marvelous, very amazing. It's really indescribable. It's actually indescribable because, when you say, space and time, all space and time, infinite space and time, you can't imagine. We can't imagine that. You can't describe it, really. We can't describe. Okay? So that's the very, very high level. But that's the highest level, okay, that we can achieve. But what I'm going to try to say is that I don't want to dwell on that too much because that's too abstract for most of us. And maybe, whatever. But I rather that you ask questions like, what is, that Buddha nature mind? What is that mind of the Buddha? Okay, right? What is that mind? Is it our conscious thoughts? No. So that's why we have the term 5 skandhas, right? 五蕴, right? 5 skandhas. We have some terms, like that. So to help you understand that, our conscious mind, our human mind, our emotional heart and mind is part of the 5 skandhas. And those are not the Buddha mind, okay? Not the Buddha nature mind, or the Bodhi mind, okay? So here's one common term. In Chinese, they all say, 不生不灭的心, right? 不生不灭的心. That you come across all the time. So what is that? In direct translation, 不生不灭的心 means what? What? A heart and mind that doesn't arise and doesn't cease. Literally, that's what it means. Literally, that's what it means. A heart and mind, right? That does not, what? That does not arise, right? That does not arise and does not cease. Stop. So what is that heart of mind that does not arise and does not cease? Is it a human mind? Well, right now you're awake, right? So 8 hours ago, you were still sleeping, right? So what happened to your mind there? Your mind, it's not cease in the sense that, but you're not thinking, obviously. You're not thinking, right? You're sleeping. Well, some people they say, hell, I can think and sleep. Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they can multitask. I don't know. But chances are you're not thinking. You can be dreaming, that's true. But then they say dream could be a type of thinking. Who knows? It's at a subconscious, right? But you have no conscious thinking. That's for sure, right? So it's definitely not our human mind, right? Because then that mind can arise and can cease, right? So right now you're thinking, right now, because you're listening, you're processing my words. So you're thinking, you're consciously thinking, right? So 8 hours ago, you're not consciously thinking. So that's not the mind. That's not the Buddha mind. That's not the heart, the mind that does not arise and does not cease. That is.
It's not just that. It's the state of the mind keeps changing.
Yeah. There are 2 aspects. One is it has a beginning and end. So our conscious thoughts have a beginning and end, right? Right? Okay, so I just shown that, right? But that's one aspect. The other aspect, you can say the other side of the coin, is that it's never the same. It's not, I don't want to say stable. Yeah, you can say stable to some degree. In other words, it's always changing. Flux. It's always constantly changing, right? Our human mind is always constantly thinking, right? We're always thinking this, then that, then there, then who knows, whatever, right? Whatever. Or I like that, whatever. We have this 取跟色, right? 取 means you want to grasp. Se means you want to get rid of. So we have like and dislike, interest, disinterest, love, hate, all that dualistic. So part of the you can say the trait, characteristic of our human mind is not only that it has a beginning and end, but it also has a what? Dualistic. Get it? Duality. That's a duality. So it's constantly changing. Get it? It's constantly changing. Right? 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 Makes sense, right? So that's obviously not the heart and mind of our Buddha nature. I mean, the Buddha nature mind or the Bodhi mind. So here's the term that you guys have to understand. You have to know what's a Bodhi mind, Puti Xing. So another way to describe the mind that does not arise and does not cease, 不生不灭的心, is our Bodhi mind. But you have to understand what Bodhi mind means. Get it? So that's why don't I have it in here? I think it's in the list. Puti Xing is in here. Okay? All right? So we have to learn. We have to learn. Okay? 最后面好像第七篇 Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Puti Xing, Bodhi mind. And it is necessary to use the Bodhi mind. It is necessary to use the Bodhi mind to learn about Buddha nature. Why? Very obvious. Very obvious. Because if we use the human mind, here's an example. If we use the human mind, conscious mind, then we are just like 学士, 博士. Yeah, knowledge. Yeah, it's pure knowledge. Then we're just like students. We're just like, okay, I like to think we're college students, okay? We're not high school. We're not grammar school yet, okay? We're not there, okay? We're here, right? Okay, so I would like to think that if we just use our human mind, conscious mind, our intellectual mind to learn about both Buddha nature, then we're just like PhD students. We're just like college students. Get it? It's because it's all knowledge. Make sense? That's not the highest level. You get it? So we have to use our Bodhi mind, Puti Xing, or 不生不灭的心, the mind that does not arise nor cease, to learn. So it seems like contradictions. Well, how can you do that? How can you do that? How can you do that? How can we do that? Anybody know? How do we do that? How do we do that? Anybody know? Come on, it's so obvious. Not obvious. Maybe it's not so obvious. The key is what Lecture Liu always say. And really, it's in all the dharmas. It's really the third great vow, the inner peace. 第三宏愿. 什么? No. 法门无尽誓愿学. Well, what does that mean? Oh, I have to memorize the sutras. Oh, no. That's not what it means. That's what's not meant. See, that's the Buddha nature part. See, right now you go to many temples, monasteries, Buddhist monasteries. You hear monks going, ma, chanting, right? They're chanting. They're chanting Diamond Sutra. They're chanting Heart Sutra. They're chanting different sutras. That's just knowledge. That's just mind. That's not it. That's not what this means. That's not what number 3 means. Number 3 does not mean that. That's external. Yeah, that's external. Yeah, I'm memorizing. I memorized the sutra. I'm chanting. Do. Yeah, fine. But that's only external. That's not the Buddha nature level. That's only your intellectual level. That's only you memorize. I memorized this sutra. I memorized that sutra, right? What's that third one mean? You guys read 6 Patriarch. You guys didn't do your homework. Read up chapter 6. Yeah. Yes.
Hi. Because I was preparing for the next class, and Holy Teacher said in his scripture, if we let go of all the forms, then the invisible, which means it's Tao or Buddha nature, will reveal.
Yeah, that's the basic answer. That's the but yeah. To go what I'm trying to talk about is that inner. Yeah. I mean that's the basic general. You can say generic. That's the generic answer. That's true. But I'm now I want to get more specific than number 3. Number 3, 6 Patriarchs said what? What's number 3? He says we have to use our Bodhi mind to learn the Dharma. Only then that's truly 法门无尽思愿学. Only then can you do that, because that's the inner peace. You get it? If you use a 不生不灭的心去学, that, to apply. 学 means also to apply. Okay, to use, to know and use. You get it? You have to use that. That's really the third. That's really the third 宏愿. You know that? That's really the inner peace. You know, people don't know that. Oh, say I memorize. I have to master. I have to memorize. Of course, it's impossible to memorize all the sutras. Impossible. I mean, very few people throughout history have done that. Maybe Anand, maybe Ananda. Anand, maybe he achieved that. Okay, maybe he did. Maybe Anand did that. But very few people. You get it? Because that's the intellectual mind. You can't do that. Understand? So that's what Buddha nature is all about. Understand? So we have to use our Bodhi mind. Okay? And what is the Bodhi mind? It's, like I said before, it's not your conscious mind. It's not your conscious thoughts. And it's not the mind that goes up and down, up and down, up and down, or constantly changing, dualistic, right? Subject-object, none of that. So that's why, the generic solution or answer or way, method is to, 忘缘放下一念不生, right? That's that classic phrase, right? Those 8 words, right? That's the classic line, right? Classic phrase. I mean, it's very simple. It sounds very simple. It's difficult to achieve, but it sounds very simple, right? Let go of all karmic affinities and do not let a single thought arise, meaning conscious thoughts. So if you don't have those conscious thoughts, what Virginia just said is that if that's the case, then what will be left is our Buddha nature. It's our Buddha mind. You can say Bodhi mind. It's our 菩提心 or 不生不灭的心. Understand? It's not easy. It's not difficult. It's difficult, I guess, for most people, because we all think that our conscious mind is true, and that's why we have to learn that it's really not true. Okay, so that's why Buddha talked about the 5 skandhas, 五蕴, right? The 5th one, right? 四, right? 四, 5th one. That's our conscious thoughts. Get it? 四 or consciousness, consciousness, awareness. I know awareness. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, okay. All right. So it's listed in here too. All right. The fifth. What call that? It's consciousness, cognition. Yeah. It's right. 四嘛, right. And that's really our conscious thought. So Buddha said we have to get rid of those 5 skandhas too. You know that? That was in his second lecture, by the way. His second sermon. Okay. Second sermon. He talked about the 5 skandhas. He said and he talked about causality too, but the other one of his topics was 5 skandhas. He says you have to get rid of those 5 skandhas. Only then. Now Buddha. See when we say let go of all karmic affinities and do not let a single thought arise. That's very broad, very 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 general. It's very generic. More specific part is what Buddha said about the 5 skandhas. He went step by step, right? He goes, 1 is the forms. Next is the perception, feeling, sensation. Then the 3rd one is you have concepts or ideas, notions, okay, pop up. Then the 4th one, 行, is impulses, volition. You have a will. You make a decision, or you decide, you make a choice. And then the 5th one is 四, which is your cognition. You can say awareness, ego. You can say ego. Ego is part of that. You get it? So Buddha breaks it down into more narrow. You get it? Buddha breaks it down. So that's all, 一念不生. That's all part of 一念不生, right? Okay? It's all come from that. Because we perceive forms from our mind, right? If we're blind, if we're deaf, if we have no 5 senses and no mind, who cares what object there is? You have no clue. It doesn't matter. You get it? So it all comes from the mind, right? So that's the 5 五蕴 we have to get rid of. You get it? But he goes by step like that. Then more advanced level in the 楞严经, Surangama, right? 楞严经 是 Surangama Sutra, 观音, Bodhisattva, 观音, use the method called the 耳根圆通 or the perfect,
ear
perfect
portal.
penetration of the ear portal method to get rid of the 5 skandhas. She went through the 6 knots. But that's more advanced. Okay, that's beyond most of us. Okay, that's 更 more advanced level. Okay, 六节五韵 ，OK， 跟五足 that it's connected. They're connected. OK， 他们是连的，但是 OK， but that's more advanced. OK， but that's all Buddha nature. You get it? That's learning about the Buddha nature because Guan Yin Bodhisattva was applying using the Buddha nature to break through the 5 skandhas, the 6 knots, 5 skandhas. Okay, but that's more advanced. Okay, so we don't, we won't deal with that. So right now, what I just want to get at is, we have to learn the basics, right? So learn some of the terminologies, So now you hopefully, I already introduced something, right? We already introduced some of the terminologies when I talked about the Eightfold Path, right? Ba Zhen Dao, right? I talked about the 4 Noble Truths and the 4 Great Vows. I think I talked about 4 Immeasurable Minds. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, so understand that we're connected. And just like this, very, very simple example. Let's use a simple example. Diamond Sutra, first chapter. What did Buddha? He didn't say anything. What did he do? What did he do? See, so on the surface, yeah, you read, okay. When it's time for him to speak, he put on his sandals, he put on his coat, we got that sari or whatever, the robe. And he went out. I think it was around noon. Because they can only eat around noontime. Then he went out, went to 7 homes, begged some food, 7 homes. Came back, took off his robe, took off his sandals, sat down, ate, finished, washed his bowl, cleaned his sandals, and sat still. You could say he's meditated, meditated. That's first chapter. Boring, right? What the heck is that? Doesn't mean anything. Duh, that's on the surface, because that's a form, that's external. What Buddha was showing or saying was that all humans, all sentient beings, all humans have to what? Be aware of our Buddha nature and go back. That's simple. Go back to where we originally came from. Even then, that's kind of misleading. But basically, yeah.
Why 7?
7 represent the 7. The 7 portals. Yeah, seven holes. 7 holes. Yeah.
May I borrow a few minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Because if you see the page 7, item number 10, I want to talk about the important concept here. Because when we study the Buddha nature, it's very, very important concept. Item number 10, page 7.
菩提心嘛, right?
明心见性.
Oh, 明心见性. Yeah.
I want to explain a very simple way you talk about it, because it's very, very important concept. Okay? Okay, naturally, how naturally explain to us? He said all the statue is in front of us. Everybody see a 3 statues in front of us, right? When we close our eyes, when we see a statue, we close our eyes, right? Buddha, the statue, we saw the statues, right? 3 statues in front of us, right? When we close our eyes, and then if Buddha go back themselves and our eyes come back ourselves, okay, how do we know statue is there? Even we close our eyes, do we really know who is on the right side? If we face the temple, who is on the right side? Who is on the right side? We close our eyes. Who is on the right side? Which statue is on the right side? Who's on the left side? How do we know that? Who knows that? How do we know that? Because we have a true heart. That's why the Mingxin here is we have a very clear mind. We knew that deep inside, the true heart knew that. Okay? We know that deep inside, like Buddha nature, Buddha nature, the true heart knows that. Qigong is on the right, Ewe Pusa is on the left. So every day, when we do something, do we have a clear mind where we are thinking from our Buddha nature? We think what we are thinking, right? One thing I want to explain to this one. Yeah. This is the Yu Lian Xianzi. She's the injuries in front of longevity cells. Okay, she passed away at 24 years old. 24 years old. Okay, you know what happened in the 5th life? She cultivated 7 lifetimes to receive that. 7 lifetimes to receive that. In the 5th life, you know, she was in charge of the temple. At that time, he was a male. Sorry, so he was in charge of the temple. And he saw one temple member came into the temple, donate a lot of money. And he was gratitude. He was gratitude for that. And he touched his heart. So the following night, you know what happened? She became a female. She married with the previous the temple members who was a male. Okay? And donate a lot of money. Just one thought. Just one thought. He came back to reincarnate next following night to marry with the person. So just one thought alone. So every day why here is have a clear mind. We have a clear mind, lecture time and the other lecture talk about. Get rid of all affinities. Do not raise a single thought. Just one thought alone.
You have it. So that's
He appreciates
then that's
what people donation, he liked that, he enjoyed that, he likes it. And then he reincarnates the following life to get married with the person.
Like the person or he like the man?
Both. Okay, could be both. He touched because he liked the person too. And he was a gratitude the person donated so much money. So he came back the following life to marry with the person. And she becomes female, the person becomes male,
If you don't
become
have it,
married,
that's not the
husband,
latest.
wife.
I'll send it to you
And
later.
her husband died
Page 2.
after they got married for days.
Go further. Go further.
Only a few days,
Near
her husband
Near the
passed
middle
away.
of page 2.
And he went to the temple.
Oh, you did. 6
Become
counts.
a
Yeah, you
name.
did. You did.
Okay,
Okay, so
cultivate
that is
all
the
that
latest.
after that. Okay, become the Nihu, nine.
You
Okay,
have an
nine.
idea.
So she cultivated whole life there. Okay,
You know, 6,
but
7, 5.
she just thought about it. Thank you for the present to combination. And he touched her. He touched his mind. Then he can reborn. Just
You know, 6, 7,
what does
5.
that mean? So the teacher taught us, Mingxin here is very clear, have a very clear mind. Every day, we need to know what we are thinking. Every thought, every mind. Be careful. We touch something, touch our heart, something, we might come back for that. We got to be very, very, very
The
careful.
human point of
We
view,
talk about
there
this story
out,
this morning
there
in
is
class.
there is no
Because-
internet. It's all one.
Because we're dealing
Second
with human
thing is,
terms, yeah, human level.
见性. Okay, so Mingxin means every day we're going to know what we are thinking, right? Every minute,
Or
every
be
minute,
aware,
every
yeah, be
second,
mindful.
be careful.
Yeah, be mindful,
Yeah,
mindful.
Don't fall into those kind of
思念
don't get into this
same
kind of
thing.
trap.
Yeah.
That your type, I think, talking
Be
so many
mindful.
times. Don't fall into this control. Because we, human beings, we have a mind, we have a head, we have a brain, we're thinking. Think about so many things, right? I like that, I like a person, I like it. We might fall into that trap.
Yeah, 取
You
色
might come back
取色
for that person, for that thing. Okay? Be
all
careful.
qualities of
Second thing,
human mind.
so it's very dangerous, right? Yeah.
So
Although you
so
like
that's
the
why it's hard to describe. The
You might become
you
back
can
for
always
that
say
because
it's not
if
this, not
What
that,
about if
not
we don't
that.
like, we like a dog? Anybody
Okay,
want to
that's
answer
a
this
very
question for us
measurable mind.
before I answer? How about if we like a dog? What happened?
Measurable minds.
What did lecturer say? Lecturer Liu say? If we like that dog, what happened?
That dog will reincarnate in your house, become
The
your
dog,
family,
right?
come to your family.
Dog, when dog pass away, dog might come back to reincarnate,
Yeah.
right? As a human being or
Yeah,
somewhere else.
yeah.
You know what? We have to calm down for them to make sure they cultivate, become a Buddha again. Because we will come down for them. So that's why be careful. Little thing. One time, Holy teacher mentioned one thing. I said, man, no way. Teacher said, you know what teacher said? Teacher said, oh, I like it. Plant the plants. I like the plants so much. Right? At home, I have so many flowers, so many plants. I
I don't
love
know
it.
if you did that, but I.
Teacher said, if we have that attachment, we might come back for it in the next lifetime. I said, what? Okay? Like the plants, I love it. I attach to it. Anything wrong with that? Once we attach to something, we might have issue down the road. Okay? So we have to, why the lecture always talk about it, lecture time, and all the other lecture talk about,
I don't think
we
it's
don't
in
want to fall into the two sides.
6 now.
We love it, we don't like it. But human beings say, I like it, I don't like it, right? I love it, I hate it. We are going to Buddha is in the middle path. They don't love it, they don't dislike it. You don't in between. They're just in the middle path. We have to follow the middle path. Okay? Especially our emotional. Be careful. We don't want to follow like this lady in the fifth life. He only had one thought. She came back on sixth. Her 2 lives before, she becomes the wife of the Tao of the members in the temples. Okay. Yeah. So interesting. Second one is talk about 见性. The reason I want to talk about this concept is so important. Okay, 明心见性 in Chinese could be clear mind and also awaken or see our Buddha nature. These two concepts is so important. So we always talk about, literally always talk about Kai or talk about so many times. Do not raise a single thought. Get rid of our old infinity. Every day, do not raise a single thought because we might come back for that. It's not worth it. Okay? But how do you be awakened or enlightened? Because what is Buddha nature? So let's practice the get rid of all the affinity. Do not raise a single thought. Especially we got 2 beautiful girls here today. Welcome to come here. Merry Christmas. Let's practice one. Okay? Close our eyes 80%. We're going to practice. Because I know some people haven't had a chance to practice. We want to show everybody how to do it. So you go home, we go home, and do it. We're going to show how to get rid of all the affinities. Do not raise the single thought. Then we're going to come back about how to
You have the
teach.
you have the
Close our eyes
the Buddha,
80%.
Buddha wisdom, and you
Have
have
our tongue touch
the awakened Bodhi mind, right?
tongue. Okay? The tongue touch the roof. Tongue.
The
And close our eyes 80%. Do not think.
all your vexation,
Right, wrong,
you can
good,
the
bad,
realization.
no,
you are
it clear our mind, nothing
basically
inside.
when you
Clear
abide
everything. Close our eye 80%.
constantly with your Bodhi mind, with your prajna, with no vexation, then you are that.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So to practice this every day, when we have time, 1 minute on the table, on the chair, we stand, or we sit, practice that. That's how Buddha practice that every day. Okay? They can maintain 24 hours a day without a thought. Without a thought. Human being, no. We're going to be everywhere. We're going to think something else, right? We couldn't maintain that. So once we get rid of all the thought, at the end, what's left inside our body? What's left inside? Anybody can answer me?
Buddha nature.
Yeah, it's your awaken, your Buddha nature inside. Only Buddha nature inside. Okay? So that's the one we are looking for. It's not meditation. Meditation is a little different from the get rid of all the affinity. Do not raise the thinking thought. Meditation is very good for health. But once the person dies, all the function is gone.
You can get
Function is
stuck
gone. So a lot of people practice
in
meditation.
this life.
But also got to be very careful, okay? Because sometimes the spirit will come out from the body, the other spirit can fly into the body. So we have to be careful. But when we pray, why we close the eye 80% means we keep our Buddha nature inside, our Buddha nature, original spirit inside, right? Okay? So let's practice every day, please. And then all days, that's why at the end, everything is empty except the Buddha nature in the back, inside. That's Buddha nature. Once we can feel that Buddha nature, we understand that Buddha nature, we are awakened, realize that Buddha nature, that's 见性. Means we understand Buddha nature is in charge in the back. Okay? But every day, the old master, like lecture, I remember lecture Kai and Tai talked before. All day is the master to the other master. They don't talk to each other. They just blinking their eyes. They blink their eyes. So you have to know what it means. I have to know what it means in order to be enlightened. Okay? What does that mean? When I blink my eyes, what does that mean? Who blinks the eyes?
That's your Buddha nature.
My Buddha nature. Right? Buddha nature, for the person, the new one being, is very pure. It's hard, indescribable. That's right. Very pure, original spirits. Very pure, innocent spirits. Very original. No attachment, no desire, no 3 poisons. Very pure. That's nature originally. Okay, we couldn't describe whole thing, but I only can in general. But the Buddha nature, if I don't have this original Buddha nature inside my body, I cannot blink my eyes. Okay? Which part of your body saw I'm blinking my eyes? Buddha nature. Right? Your Buddha nature blink. So if we don't have Buddha nature, we cannot see. So if our Buddha nature saw the person blinking the eyes. So all they master, they one to the other one use, that's all they teach. They don't have to say a word. Once we recognize that, we understand that, you already got that. You're enlightened. Okay? And then if you can receive the sweet treasure, that's the other step they can get. So all they how master to the other master, that's how they learn. So I want to just share with everybody, this is the most important concept we need to realize. Buddha nature, every day use our true heart. Buddha nature to do things, little thing every day. Don't do anything which we feel not comfortable. Don't do it. Okay? So just share with everybody. I'm taking a few minutes to explain this such important concept every day. Don't just concentrate on our practice every day and then do it every day. It's going to help us to get there and also clear our mindset. Yeah. Thank you. Everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I would like to ask you one
Go ahead.
question.
Yeah.
You say we do not have to love or hate, do
Yeah.
not put two sides.
Yeah.
How about we love our
Family.
husband,
Parents,
wife,
yeah,
love our
yeah.
children?
That love is a little different. It don't, because a lot of love here is why she reincarnate next time to get married with a person. The reason because we have a lot of affinity in previous lives. You know what the teacher said, I just read yesterday. The reason we are all here today with our family, with others, we have so many affinity in not just one lifetime, previous lives. So many previous lives. That's why we get together today. So many previous lifetime affinity, not just one lifetime. Family, their love is very important. We need to start from there. But her love, the love in her fixed life, because you don't have that, you don't need that. But he created that. Okay? He created. Because we have a lot of affinity there. When we don't have a thought, the affinity will not mature. Will not mature at all. But with his thought in the fifth life, the affinity become mature for them to create karma there. So family, it already mature enough for the karma. Already affinity is there already. You want to smooth that affinity. But her affinity at the fifth time is not mature enough. She creates the other thought to bring that affinity becomes to mature that affinity. We don't want to do that. That's why it means family is already mature affinity. We want to finalize that affinity. That's a little different. For her situation, that affinity is not there at all. Original maybe the previous life they have a relationship, but she had one more thought coming out after that, then make the affinity become to mature enough for them to come back to reincarnate again together. So family is different. So don't. Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead. Anybody has other question?
I have something to share
Okay,
because someone else also feels that. I noticed I started to come back and I noticed I'm aware of my thoughts,
Yeah.
like every moment of it, especially during the daytime and nighttime. When I sleep, I feel like I'm not sleeping. I'm as if I'm awake, but then time just passes and. So I didn't put it into word until I spoke to Guy Beckles. He's recently received Dao and attended the Dharma class. Throughout the conversation with him one time, he actually put it into word and makes me realize that's true. He also said, after receiving Tao, that he's aware of his thoughts all the time. Like, so receiving Tao makes us aware, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah. Because before, making very simple example, some people, we are always easy to get upset and angry once in a while. We're going to get upset and angry with certain things, right? Get upset. And then all day, maybe 30 seconds later, I say, man, I should not have done that, right? Now, by put our nature in charge, say, man, 5 seconds later on, then I should not do that. We should not think about not do that. Maybe next time will be 3 seconds later, you will find out, then I should not do that, right? Then in the future, maybe 1 second later, you will say, we should not do that. So we say put our nature in charge, we shorten that awaken time, okay?
Yeah, I notice sometimes I know certain thoughts is gonna come out. I actually know like what kind of thought is gonna come out, but then it's like I don't think anything.
Yeah.
It just kind of stops.
Yeah, we could have a thought, but when thought coming in, let it go. Don't even bother. Don't bother it. Because we start attached to it or think about it, get deeper, later create a karma later on. Okay? Let it go. Just let it go. Don't even think about it. Don't even when people talk there, okay, come back. People talk, we don't need to know what they are talking about. We just need to use our Buddha nature, extend our Buddha nature. Okay, some voice there. So we extend our Buddha nature there. But don't get into detail content of conversation. So we have to learn and practice those stuff. I try to explain this very practical way we can use our Buddha nature to help us every day to cultivate. Do not create more karma like the way he did in fifth. She is a female in the seventh life, but fifth time he was a gentleman. He had one thought, he got married with sixes. Lifetime. Go ahead, Edison.
Okay, if you are family attachment, it's a mature, it's okay to have that kind of attachment. Yeah. If we have thoughts throughout the whole day, related to our family, like kids schedule, wife, whatever, everything go throughout the whole day, so those kind of thoughts are okay.
That's your planning.
Right.
Your planning on the day, right?
Right. So those kind of thoughts are the okay to have.
Yeah, but don't get, like your baby can answer later on. But from my point of view, don't get into the, even me, sometimes think about so much stuff, good and bad, or get into that. Right? We think about good thing, we think about bad thing. We're on both sides. Oh, I don't like that. That family, whatever. But just take the middle path. Don't fall into love, like or dislike. Good or bad, right or wrong. Don't fall into two sides. Stay in the middle path, the most important thing every day. That's how they control themselves. Not easy. Because we're gonna see something we like it. Something like we say, oh, I love that clothes, I love that person, I love that. Nothing wrong with that, but don't go into overdo. Because once you get into too much overdo, it will be like her life. Because she came back to marry with a person all in life. The reason she made a mistake, somebody made a donation. He graduated. He was appreciated so much. Wow, beautiful. The person makes so much donation. Second thing, she started to fall in love with the person. Okay, then came back next lifetime. But originally, man, affinity is not mature because the thought he had at that moment created a karma, created affinity in the next lifetime. But if he doesn't think that way, then affinity will not mature. Even affinity was there previous lifetime, it will not mature at all. The Holy Teacher always reminds us, we all have so much affinity everywhere. Could be everywhere. We have a lot of affinity with a lot of people, a lot of things. But don't think, don't thought. Especially when we get older, we thinking too much. Think about this, think about that. We bring that affinity become too mature. It causes problem for us in the future. Don't want to do it. Just practice that. Get rid of all the affinity. Do not raise the finger. So when we have so much time to do nothing, just do that every day. Keep practice. Okay. Yeah.
So family-related thoughts, that planning types.
But don't go into love, like, dislike, even hatred, those kind of stuff. Stay away. That's why here the Holy Teacher said, a lot of family members, especially children, some come back, they ask us to pay back. We owe them previous life. Some kids coming back, what happened? They want to pay back to their parents. So you're going to see those different. Okay? You're going to see that some kids, it just has so much problems. Some kids, you just say, man, they are so very parent to parents, lovely, beautiful kids. So you can see two sides. Okay? But this lifetime, we need to make sure all smooth out. Make sure we have good affinity, good ending from the affinity. When we don't have a good ending, we might come back for future life for that. So it's not worth it. Okay? So have a good ending, good affinity with all the family members, even friends, relatives, everyone around us. Make sure. All of us. Okay. Thank you.
Peter, another question for you.
Sorry, take all.
No. It's
So we
okay.
want to make
It's
sure the
okay.
concept,
No, they have
those very
questions.
important
They
concepts,
have
we make sure we can
questions.
use everyday life. We can apply those Buddha nature class, what we learn in our daily life. That's practical stuff. We need to learn how to use it, how to apply it. So we're going to benefit all of it. Yeah, so Pang-Jie, go ahead. Tiffany, hey, listen, you can try to answer. Let your time. Go ahead.
The curious life, right?
Yeah,
What?
He saw the girl donated money,
yeah,
that he loved her, but the next life he married to him.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not she fault. But she died.
He
You
died,
know,
he
she
died.
died, but it's not her. She's problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
talk about that
She
story.
died.
That story.
Yeah, why, like today, someone, if someone like you, right, it's not you fault, it's someone like you, it's not you like you don't like him, right?
One side.
But,
Right.
yeah, it's you don't have the attachment, but someone that has the attachment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how about the next time?
This case could be mutual. We don't even know what's going on, okay? Because in his lifetime, right, people donate so much money, and he was in charge of the temple. So he loved that, okay? He appreciated that, okay? That's the first thing he made a mistake. Second mistake is he started to get emotional in touch. Get touched into the person, means
Get into your
start to get emotional to the person. Male, female, that's very dangerous, right? You know that. That's what teacher always told us. And then next lifetime, they translate. If one become male, this gentleman become what? This monk becomes female, then got marries her husband. So a lot of things, a lot of mutual. It's one side may not mature enough. It's a lot of things. Affinity is so many lifetimes. So Holy teacher say, the reason we are here, become husband and wife, children, grandparents, parents, and we all here to study. Not just one lifetime we are together. Affinity. So many lifetime affinity together. So many lifetime affinity. Not just one. So teacher said many lifetime we accumulate affinity so we can get together. That's why. That's why we need manage ourselves. The other people people are gonna thinking all the time. We need to manage our thought all the time. That's why teacher want us to do how long each day? Get the affinity. Do not later figure how many times a day?
1 hour.
1 hour a day. 1 hour a day at least. Okay, so I know we don't have, like me, I don't have enough time to do that every day.
And
But
you will retire, right?
we have it's easier than before. If we think, I always think right before I work like everybody else work and then think I have more time, right? Don't worry until let us nature Kai and Kai. Nature Kai, do you have much time? Busier than before, right? That's what happened. You have too much time left every day? No. So it's good time at the temple. Yeah. But we know what, we have no excuse. Okay? No excuse. Doesn't mean we are busy and not busy. I just read a story to share with everybody. The third prince said, you know what third prince said? Said when we get older, we are working so hard on our health. Every day we want to have a healthy body, healthy life. When we get older, when we are so young, young people, you know what we want to do? We want to make money to be successful so we can be happy. Okay? So older people want to get healthy so to be happy. Young people want to make money and good life to be happy. And the third priest asked, do you guys are happy to go to work 5 days a week every day? He said, Okay, he said, okay, you're not happy to go to work 5 days. Then are you happy 2 days off on the weekend? He said, maybe not. You go out 2 days, rest 2 days, you go out shopping, spend so much money, at the end, you're still not happy. He said the happiness is come from deep inside. Doesn't matter what you have, what we have, what we don't have. It's deep inside, we are not happy, doesn't matter how much money, how much day off, what we have, doesn't matter. Deep inside the happiness. That's why cultivation is cultivate our mind, true heart, true mind. make sure we are happy every day. That's first thing, and then get rid of all the bad temper and bad habits. Yeah. So that's Sir Prince said on his sutras. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Anybody has other questions? We take a lot of time to answer those simple medical stuff. Yeah. Thank you. Anybody has other questions?
Not really, but I'll just put something in.
Yeah.
Lecture Kai. Let's just say a person is asleep, and what hears a knock on the door, what hears the phone ringing, what wakes you up.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Like a person is sleeping,
Yeah.
right? And you hear a knock on the door. What hears that knock on the door? What hears the phone ringing? And what?
Here, then some people are knocking the door.
Yeah. So, and what role does the spirit play in
Well,
this?
it all arises from the Buddha nature.
Yeah.
But it's the Buddha nature that then it's aware, but then how it operates, then it goes through your conscious mind. Then that's when your conscious mind will hear it. You get it?
Yeah.
Well, will actually hear the thing. But that's because your Buddha nature allows that to that. I mean, how about that person? That person has a mind. Well, I mean, it doesn't have a mind. We say he doesn't have a mind because he has no Buddha nature, right? But he still has the senses, the organs, or whatever, the portals. Maybe that's the point. So it's still your Buddha nature mind. Okay, it's still your Buddha nature. Ultimately, it's all your Buddha nature. Okay.
Naturally, I'll make one example here. It's a very good question. Naturally, will answer this question too. Okay, he said, when we are sleeping, somebody came in, call our name. What happened to us?
Wake us up.
Call us. We wake up, right? In a moment?
Yeah.
What happened that time? Next he said, Buddha nature. So, Buddha nature is, he hear that, right?
So your
Naturally,
dreams
talk
too,
about it. Somebody
subconscious.
call us,
It's Buddha
we will say,
nature.
oh,
It's
right?
allowing
Then we
your
are
Buddha
sleeping in the early morning, suddenly
your
somebody
subconscious
wake
to
us up.
operate.
Call our name, so we wake up.
Well, what happens if we try to call that person doesn't hear us?
Yeah. Buddha nature could be something else. Dreaming, right? Or do something. That happens a lot because when you see a lot of stuff, the spirit's somewhere else, right? And you see this.
Well, yeah, you can say all about
When we sleep,
No.
that means our spirit is
Here's the
always
question.
inside.
The different levels.
Sometimes,
At
right?
our
So that's why we have to be very careful.
non-enlightened,
Don't let our
absolute
spirits coming out
level,
from our body.
we
What
still
happened to our
have
one lecturer in Taiwan?
you can
This
say
person
our
cultivated
nature
every day.
is very
He cultivated so
restricted.
well.
So that's
His
what you can
spirit
say.
came out from his
My
body.
Buddha nature can leave. You get
What
it?
happened later on?
But at the
The
same
other
level,
spirits got into his body.
it's everywhere.
So his
It's
original
everywhere.
spirit couldn't go in.
Like
That's
Buddha.
happened real life, real story
It's
in our
everywhere. It's Buddha nature is everywhere.
temple in New York, in
Actually, I
Taiwan.
think it's really the subconscious mind.
So that's why we don't want to do the
that
meditation. Meditation, when we
because
start
sometimes,
empty
you know,
everything, then our
hear,
spirit
I
come
mean, you
out.
don't hear it.
The other spirit
I
look
mean,
into
the person
our
really has
body.
to be very
So
loud
on.
before, a few times before,
Yeah,
call
so
a few
that's
times
what it
before
is.
you
That's why we don't do
notice
meditation
you're aware.
at all.
So I think
Always make
how
sure
deeply your
Buddha nature,
your conscious mind is
original pure
at
innocence,
you know
is always
sleep,
stay
kind
inside,
of
don't
that
come out.
state. I
That's
mean,
important.
ultimately,
Yeah.
even though you're sleeping, there's still some
Okay.
level of
Just
like
share with everybody.
activities.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
activities
just talk about very
you know,
medical
can
stuff.
be aware.
Every day, how
I
to
mean,
use
it's
it,
just the
how
Buddha
to
nature
apply it.
without the.
That's important to
I
all
mean,
of us.
I don't think you're
Thank you.
gonna necessarily. I mean, then that doesn't explain, you know,
Any more
why
questions?
sometimes you know you hear it,
Right,
and they
right.
say you don't hear it, and
Then you don't hear it, right? Then the second
then-
time or third time, then you say
Yeah,
that.
so it's that level of the.
No, there are different deep states. Yeah, that's right.